Santa was born in Latvia, a country in Eastern Europe. She was 9 years old when the Soviet Union collapsed. This major event changed her life and the face of the world. In this episode, she talks about her country, her culture, and the impact of the collapse of the Union Soviet. She talks about her life in Australia too, the positive and the less positive aspect compared to Latvia. I won't tell you anymore. Enjoy your listening. Hello, Santa. Thank you for being in my podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
Yeah, busy, tired, but good.
Okay. Where are you from, Santa?
I'm from Latvia. It's Eastern Europe. Sometimes they say it's northern, but it's actually, in my opinion, Eastern. It's very close to Russia, so I was born really, really close to Russia. It was 30 kilometers from Russian border.
Wow. Okay.
And up there is Scandinavia. So Latvia is one of the Baltic states, and it's kind of in the middle, squeezed in, and it's extremely small country. So it's like only 1.5 million, and a lot of forests. 40% of forests. Yeah.
Wow, 40%.
Yeah.
Nice.
Of whole territory. Yeah. So that's where I'm from.
Okay, nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What's your life in Latvia? What did you do in Latvia?
I was born in Latvia and spent probably like 20 years there.
Okay.
So I was obviously going to kindergarten, then I was studying. Then I went to uni, and then Latvia got the place in European Union, and then the borders opened because when I was born it was all USSR, so it was all Soviet Union, and we were basically closed. Anywhere you want to go, you have to ask for permission from government. It was really different life than it's actually is in a free world, so you don't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. Yeah, and I went to uni, and then I went to England.
Okay.
I went
What did
to
you
UK.
study at uni?
I studied law.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I studied languages first for a year. Philology, like Latvian, Latin, and the Lithuanian languages, and read a lot of books in my time. Like I was like a big book reader, and I studied languages for a year, and then I transferred to law. My passion was criminal law.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So you lived the collapse of Union
The Soviet Union, yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Soviet Union. So my sister was 2 years old, and I was 9 years old, almost 10. So I was in school already, and following all the rules of Soviet Union.
What's the big difference between when you are in the Union Soviet and after?
Oh, it's insane. Different is insane. I don't know if everyone understands that saying, but it's basically from my dad always says that when you were in Soviet Union, you were going to work, but when you are in democracy, you are working.
Okay.
So going to work means you go to work, sit there for 8 hours, get like Soviet Union is as a type of government, as a type of country, like a type of like a democracy or capitalism or like USSR or Soviet Union in general. It's so different. Like everything is different about it. You are free. You basically can go to shops. You can get everything in shops. When I was little, when I was in Soviet Union, like we had bananas once a year, mandarins once a year for Christmas, and you live on a ticket, so you get a ticket for family, and then you go and spend it in a shop.
So that's why when you are in Soviet Union.
In Soviet Union, you don't have anything. Like everything is really controlled by government. You all have the same clothes. Everyone gets the same payment. Everything. So you are not, as an individual, you are nothing. But in democracy, of course, there are so many other issues. But democracy lets you go somewhere. That's why I left Latvia, because I was able to go to England, to explore different country.
Yeah, you can go outside.
So you can go outside your
yourself.
country. Yeah, which in Soviet Union is simply impossible.
Okay.
You don't aim for much in your life. You are happy with what you have, and you think you have a lot, but it's actually you don't have a lot. There's so many things I can tell, but
Yeah.
basically that's. As a kid, Soviet Union is great because no one comes into your country and no one goes out. So basically, when I was a kid, it's free. You play all day, all night. You know that no one will will take you. You take you away or yeah. But as an adult, it's a different story.
Yeah. You just work for the country and that's it.
You're basically existing on the rules of your country, but rules are, you basically don't know anything in your life.
And go to Union Soviet to democracy. It was smooth, or
I don't think it's still gone. I think it's still some elderly people are still there. The actual the people who lived there, like my dad, in 60s, or they still living there in democracy.
Yeah.
But imagine you are 30 years old and then your life fully changes. It's a lot of change.
Yeah,
So that's
sure.
a good thing for us, for me as a Latvian. It's a very good thing because I can adapt to changes very well now. But in terms of for example, my parents, it's very hard. Life is fully changed.
Yeah.
It was not. I don't feel like it was a smooth change, and I don't feel like it's fully changed.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things people do like they would do in Soviet Union, and in general for a lot of 30s, 40s people in that age, even 20s, a lot of people started drinking. That's a big issue in Latvia as well, the drinking problem,
Really?
hard spirits.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because people can't, I think, first of all, because drinking in Soviet Union, drinking is encouraged. For people to drink, basically more uneducated, less educated you are, less you will question your government. So that's good for government because you don't have highly educated people.
Yeah.
And drinking, it's encouraged. Every celebration, everywhere, people drink. People drink 8 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna see people drunk. Even now, Soviet Union was worse, but even now, drinking, especially male, is encouraged. It's normal. Come on, you drink at cemetery, you drink at birthday, you drink at wedding, everywhere. And it's hard spirits, not wine or but really, really hard spirits drinking situation. Yeah, and it's still there, and a lot of people. When Soviet Union collapsed, they didn't know what to do. They had jobs where they were going to work, but now they actually had to make money for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's very hard when all your life you've been just going to work, and you know what you're gonna earn. Basically everyone was given to people, a very small amount, but still given.
Yeah.
When in democracy you work for yourself, you are individual.
You have
and it's
to make choice and
it's up to you now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people couldn't deal with that. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's you have to really have a mindset of wanting to achieve something for yourself. I was lucky. My dad was that person. My mom not so much. But my dad was that person who did his own business and he did well. And I was lucky. But so many people were not.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the drinking problem in Czech Republic. I saw people drinking beer at 8 or 9 a.m. And the price of beer was less than
cheap.
the price of water. And I'm okay.
Yeah, and that's encouraged.
Is it the same in Latvia?
Of course.
Yeah.
Czech Republic, Poland, Slovenia, Slovakia, Romania, all those countries are Soviet Union. Yeah, of course. It's Czech Republic, economic. I think situation is a bit better than Latvia. Yes, of course. But it's crazy.
Okay.
It's really sad, actually.
Okay.
But new generation, in 20 years, 30 years, we're gonna be all right. But not yet.
Yeah, because they are European and not ex-Union Soviet, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone who was born in 2000s are all right.
Yeah.
because they are not like impacted even maybe early 2000s now, but now like I see my goddaughter, for example, she still lives in Latvia. She has goals in life. She's studying hard. She speaks English better than me. You know, like
good.
They are really focused, not drinking. You know, all that stuff. Yeah. New generation is totally normal European generation, where you know, the old ones or even myself is just like seeing so many changes in your childhood and then during life as well. It's just a lot, and I totally understand why people, do what they do.
Okay. And because of your history, do you speak Russian or not?
Yeah.
Oh,
I speak Russian the same as Latvian.
Is it the same language or
No, very different?
Very different.
So Latvia is on Latvian language is with Lithuanian and Latin. It's a very old language.
Okay.
So they are on one little branch, and then Slavic languages are on another little branch. That's Russian, Ukrainian, Belarus, I think as well, Polish, and even writing in Latvian and Russian are completely different.
Okay.
Though it's like Arabic and Roman, I think, Roman and Arabic, whatever it's, I don't remember correctly, but they're two different things.
Okay.
So it's fully different language.
Okay. And do you have a tradition from Russia in Latvia? Or
Yeah, of course. It's basically traditions from Russia. There's so many. Like we have now actually tomorrow, 7th of January, it's Orthodox Christmas.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
And so many Orthodox
in Latvia?
people are Russians. And also there's another religion called Old Orthodox, which are even more Orthodox. There are all traditions from them. There is drinking tradition from Russia.
Thank you,
drinking
Russia.
tradition from Russia. Thank you so much. There is a lot, loads. Like we do have our Latvian traditions.
Yeah.
Which are more based on, like we believe in more like gods, kind of like a Greek, like mythology. We have like a lot of mythological kind of like gods and stuff things, and we do a lot of like call it ligua, which is like when we burn all the old stuff in the big piles of wood and make big fire, and then we just jump over it for good luck and all that stuff. In Easter we are going to swing, so we swing out all our bad stuff. When Russians obviously don't do it, but then we also do a lot of Russian stuff. I don't even remember, I've been away for so long. But when I was in Latvia, it's Russian and Latvian basically was blended. It was like 50, I would say maybe 55 Latvian and 45 Russian. Now it's much less.
Okay.
But I've been away for like 22 years now.
So Latvia, the culture of Latvia, it's a mix between Russian tradition and Latvian tradition.
I would say yes now, Slavic. Maybe not Russian, but like Slavic. So it's impacted by Poland as well, by Slavic. I wouldn't say just from Russia, like Ukrainian, exactly from area,
Okay.
But also from the German as well, because Germany was Latvia before Russia. Latvia was under German, so a lot of even surnames, German surnames. A lot of people. My grandma was a German teacher, so there's a lot of German influence as well.
Okay, interesting.
So influence from everywhere. We just love being slaves.
Yeah. Okay. So you said you go in England to study after
So
Latvia?
I went to England for work for a few years, just for experience. I was studying in Latvia at the same time, so I was going back to Latvia when there was like tests or exams or all that stuff, and was going back to England and then come back to Latvia, and then I decided to go back to Latvia to finish uni fully. And and then we would see. And then I met my husband in England,
Okay.
because he was traveling around for like 10 years in Central America.
Okay. Wow. 10 years.
Yeah, and then he ended up in England because his mom is from UK originally.
Okay.
And then I went back to Latvia and kind of stuck there for another like 2.5 years or even 3 years before I moved to Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Where did you go in England?
I went to Hereford. It's like a not very small town. It's a town near Birmingham.
Okay. Yeah.
And very close to the border of Wales as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was living there for 3.5 years. I went there with my then boyfriend, and then we split there. It was very good. I loved England.
Yeah.
I loved England so much. I still love England. I really like the rain. Like I love rain, and I love like bad weather. It's cold, but I just liked it because of like a lot of history.
Yeah.
Latvia a lot of history.
Yeah.
But like in England, you see like every town has to have a big church, and they have like those coffee shops in church, which is amazing. I think it's a great idea now. When I feel like England at that time was like a dream for me. It was so much more free than Latvia.
Sure. Yeah,
I felt like wow. Oh, you do coffee shop in a church. You know, in Latvia you go to church every Christmas, every New Year. I didn't, but sometimes I did. But I feel like it was so much freedom. I think that for me it was more as a symbolic thing why I loved England so much. And then it was, I just felt free there. Yeah. And there's always a church, there's always a river going through the town. So that's how you call it town, not village.
Yeah.
So that's a difference between church and a river. That has to be in town.
Okay.
Otherwise it's a village.
Oh.
So and I loved the weather. It was great. Gray, bad.
Very different than
and
Australia.
just sit at home, have a cup of tea, and chill.
And did you travel a little bit in Europe when you were in England, or not too much?
I traveled before. I left for England when I was 21, but when I was 19, we were already a free country. Mm-hmm. So me and my best friend back then, she actually lives in Sydney now, but we traveled by hitchhiking through Europe.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we did hitchhiking. We went through Poland, France, Disneyland. Must Disneyland and all the Eiffel Tower. And we were just with our the sleep bags. That's it. We didn't even have a tent. Sleep bags. And we didn't stay anywhere else, but somewhere. Like in Paris, we stayed in a park, I think somewhere, whatever. So we basically were homeless for a month or two, I don't remember. But like we went to Spain, to Italy. We went to Italy, and then we went back to France and went through like some other countries.
Okay,
back
nice.
home. All by hitchhiking. We did not take a bus, nothing, even to Disneyland in France. We did hitchhiking. And we didn't have a maps back then. It wasn't like you had a phone.
We don't.
It was like a 23 years ago now, or even more. It was basically by a map. We just found everything. It was fun.
No Google Maps, no phone,
nothing. Nothing. We had a phone, which was like we didn't even have a phone. I don't remember, but yeah.
But a phone, not a smartphone.
Not a little. It was a little Nokia. I think like Nokia, whatever, 2 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Like you can't even call from there.
No.
So we had one. I think we had 160 euros, not euros, sorry, lats, which was Latvian money, which was like that's it. That's all we had.
And let's go.
We did so much.
And now you're in Australia.
Yeah.
Why Australia?
Oh, my husband is Australian, originally from Orange. I wasn't a big fan of Australia at first. I'm not even a big fan now, but I'm okay here. I liked so he's a diver, so he tried to find a job in Russia and Ireland. Mm-hmm. It just didn't happen. I had to come to Australia, and that's why I'm here. That's how I stayed, at least. Maybe not that's why I'm here now, but that's why I stayed. Because now I have choices, what to do in life. So, but I decided to stay, and now I have Emil, my son, and you know, he has such a good life here.
Yeah.
So I can still be here for probably another maybe 10 years or 15 years. And then I don't know. We'll see. I would love to probably maybe live in Portugal or...
Oh yeah, it's a
I
nice
love
country.
Portugal. It's my favorite.
And what did you do in Australia?
So I started hospitality back when I was studying in uni in Latvia, and basically stayed with it all my life. I have a restaurant where we're sitting at the moment, which is called Bocados.
Spanish kitchen.
Spanish kitchen in Newcastle. I worked in a bigger company in Latvia, which was called TJ Fridays. It's like a big corporation stuff. It was very successful in Latvia 20 years ago. Now it's not there anymore.
Okay.
And I just basically continued in Australia what I was doing. I worked in a couple of really maybe places which was not my style. And then I came here. It was my last resort, basically. I said, if it's not working out, I'm going to do something else. I don't know, I'm going to study more or study more law or whatever.
Yeah.
But it worked out. And then I managed it for, I don't know, many years, like 12, 13.
Oh, wow.
And then, unfortunately, previous owner passed away.
Yeah.
And I took over from his late wife. And that's how I'm here now.
So now you're the big boss.
Now I'm a big boss, yeah.
In hospitality, in a restaurant, very far away from law.
Yeah. But I think in life you can the parallels is in everywhere. You can it's basically working with people. So I just maybe can manage. Maybe I can just explain it a bit different than, for example, someone who studied arts. You know, so more structure, more. You know, army style sometimes when it's needed, sometimes less democracy, but I think parallels are everywhere in life. It's not in every job, in any job you do, you will find something very common.
Yeah, you can have different jobs in one life. That's okay.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you can explore and you might find something you love in your 50s, you know.
Yeah, and you
I'm
can
not saying exactly.
10, 15 years.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about I will do it all my life or I'm not going to do it all my life. Life happens. Yeah. You might get sick, you know, you might not be able to do a physical job that much. You might do so many things, and you can always change. And that's why I think democracy or more free countries, you can call Australia a free country, are better than work like living in North Korea, you know, because it's a Soviet Union. It's a regime of Soviet Union, or for example China. Even China, of course, is more liberal now, but still there's a lot of things what you as human can't do, and it's like that's why in a free country where you can actually choose male or female.
Yeah, I spoke with different Chinese people, and they say that very.
Yeah, it's very of course, because it's a different regime, like, and that also gives, I think, when you grow up, you are really framed. Yeah. Like it's very hard to open your mind up about things because it's so framed. Like you are just in that little box and you cannot escape.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I think it's the different mindset because, for example, my grandmother generation have just one job in your life. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what you do. One house in your life as well.
I think now you can change because it's more usual to have a job, and after 10 years change, and
you
after
can
10
change.
years
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also there are, I think, in our time, there are more jobs.
Yeah, and different kind of job.
People going crazy, mental, would be a counselor. I'm studying actually now to become a counselor.
I'm a waitress now.
Oh, and what are you in your profession?
I'm a web designer.
Yeah.
I draw websites, software, and mobile applications.
So you are more not working with people. So now you are exploring working with people.
Yeah.
Because your job is quite isolated job.
Yeah, but I worked in a team because I have to discuss with customer, with developer. So
so you still had to communicate in terms of like you had to do deals.
Yeah. I worked with a computer and sit down. Yeah. Now I'm run away.
Yeah, but that's good.
That's different.
You change totally your perspectives on some stuff. Yeah. You're also learning about people. It's very like hospitality is great
Yeah.
to learn about people and how people act under pressure and so many things.
So if we go back in Latvia, I would like to talk about the place of the woman in your different part of your life, like in Latvia, UK, and Australia.
Yeah.
What's the place of the woman in Latvia when you are a teenager or something like that?
When I was a teenager, I probably, because of all that change, what happened in from Soviet Union to freedom and all that stuff, it's impacted, I think, a lot of genderizing things. But let's say, I can say, for example, in Latvia, in Soviet Union, women and men, so basically men will go out, drink vodka, come home, and women will do everything, cleaning the house, working, looking after kids, looking good herself, everything. So woman is basically like a mom of the husband.
Yeah.
So basically that.
Like now,
if you have one kid and a husband, you have 2 kids. So basically that's woman's role in Latvia, in Soviet Union.
And they can work during the Union Soviet, or they stay at home?
No. In Latvia, women could work. More is better.
Okay.
No. Women worked, the men worked, everything.
Okay.
Then after we became free, of course, more women were, doing even more. Because men were drinking even more, because it was sad that Soviet Union is gone and you can't really just go to work, but you have to work now. Then there was all the magazines from Western world, how women should look, and that's, I think, gave women even more pressure, and of being like now not just look good, but look amazing. Basically, women in Soviet Union or free Latvia have to be perfect.
A woman, you said that?
Yeah, women have to be perfect in everything. They have to look good, they had to work, they had to look after kids and clean the house, and men have to work.
And be perfect.
And be perfect, yes. Yeah, exactly. So that's basically how I see. My dad did not expect that, but in society in general, it is like that, even now. Even when my sister is now came from Latvia for 3 months, she goes, now she's pretty chill, but she goes out, she always has to get dressed nicely, you don't go to shops in pajamas, like Australia, here you can just go whatever, hairy legs better.
The complete opposite of Australia.
Yeah. Basically, yes. And I went to England. England was different in terms of I didn't feel that expectation to look perfect all the time. There was a different asks from women. Women, of course, had to work, which is normal, but I felt, as I said to you before, I felt more free as a woman, without any expectation that you have to look certain way or you have to, perform certain way. We still did it because I was still very young, and of course what I felt in Latvia I carried along for a long time to other countries as well. That's not going away easily, but that's basically how it was.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Australia, I find Australia is very liberal towards women on the surface, but I think there are still a lot of moms to their husbands here. I find that's a big problem in the whole world, that women take that kind of big responsibilities on themselves and don't really, they have to clean the house, they have to look after kids, they have to organize a household. It's everywhere. Yeah, in Australia, in Latvia, in England, in Russia, in China, in whatever. Women are those motherly figures. But if we're gonna encourage men and always be like, okay, this is socks here I put for you, and this is this is a food in a fridge for you. No, I'm not like that. You can find your socks. You can cook for yourself. You're not my child. I had one child, and that's
enough.
Yeah, that's enough for me. But in general, I find that's also Australia as well. But in Australia, there is more freedom for women. Or, for example, even on a street, when you walk down, you don't expect almost like that kind of weird feeling that someone will look at you, or someone will go woo woo, or or
Do you have this kind of stuff in Latvia?
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's terrible, terrible.
I think it's a
It's
problem.
disgusting. It's a problem
in Europe, not only in Latvia or France.
I think it's Europe. Definitely Europe. Whole
sure.
Europe,
For sure.
for sure. The men will look at you in a
Like a
in a
piece
way,
of meat.
exactly. And you're like, what do you want? Australia, I don't find it here. Like if male, for example, starts talking to me, I don't feel like what do you want?
Yeah.
So that's a good part. But then in terms of, I still feel like female need to stop mothering male, and then many things will be much better because male will start taking responsibility, even for for their kids. Female do everything, and male don't need to be with a child, but this is their responsibility the same way as for women, and that part in Australia is not there yet, and that is a problem because then women start getting upset because male is not doing anything, but then they encourage that because if you do something for someone, they will not do it because you do it. Why? It's normal. Okay, cool. So
she do it for me.
And they don't even think about it like that. And the same is also with the kids as well, where women take so much responsibility and so much things on themselves. Then male sit back. And then it's like, oh, my dad wasn't existing because you did not let that male do stuff with your child, and that's on women. That's on women, but that's also how women were raised as well. That you take responsibility, you look after your little brother, look after your little sister. No, you don't have to. You're a child.
Yeah, is the education issue everywhere in the world because of the patriarchy?
Yes. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, it's just very important to understand that if you don't do it, you don't mother, your husband or your spouse, then it's gonna be much better for your kids' future as well, which is important for me now. I never thought about it before, but now I think about my son as well. What do I show him? And also, then again, I'm thinking about but sometimes I also want him to be that old school gentleman, old school, where he gives, of course, I don't know if he will choose men, women, whatever in his life to be with, but if he will choose a partner, I want him to love his partner, to give her or him flowers, to nurture and
nice.
Show little gifts sometimes. It's nice.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like it?
Of course, everybody loves that.
Exactly.
It's take care of your partner.
It's nice, and your partner will take care of you if you do it. So, like, Emil now just gives me flowers almost every day, and here you go. And it's nice.
Yeah.
It's needed, and I want him to, or letting me go first, or I think it's needed.
Yeah.
Like you can't, but then again, it's taken in such a wrong way sometimes, and it's taken out of context, and it's taken out of any content of the relationship, and then so you can anything in life you can exaggerate, or you make it like in a different way, Muslims, they just like religion is calm, and then there are always some people who will not be, and that it's in everywhere in life. Relationships, women, men, how you treat each other. So,
I agree with you.
Yeah, so I think we are all, I don't think there is a male or female issue. Like, I know that of course female will always get less pay, and male will always get more pay, and it's because female will have kids and their bodies for 9 months. You are carrying a kid, then you need to nurture, but that's normal. It's not normal they get paid less, but I think it's kind of starting to become better. But we need to, I feel like we need to understand that female and male are very different.
Yeah.
They are. You are mom you want to be a mom or you don't want to be a mom, you're female. And female have periods. Females have it's basically every month is like in 4 seasons, you know. You have periods and you are feeling great. It's spring, then summer where you are just blossoming, then autumn when you are like just wanting to die because you want to sleep, and then it's winter and then period. That's normal. Like we are different. Male don't have it.
No.
And that's where we're different. And then if you don't have your period, you have another things, you know. Then our bodies are very different. How we are. Anatomy is different. Everything is different. And then if you have a child as a woman, then you are primary carer, because if you decide to breastfeed, your husband, your partner can't breastfeed. When I'm going to give a boob, here you go. No. So I'm the one. It's again on me.
Yeah.
And it's normal. But this is just a normal fact. But then there are other things that's not normal, and that needs to be worked on, you know? Like women cannot go back to work after 4 months. For example, one thing, right, about women, Latvia, of course, wages in Latvia are much less, but Latvia pays you full-time, whatever you work, wage up to a year. And if you want to take another half a year, you can with a child.
Wow.
It's a child thing. Like your child is born, you have a year off. Don't even think about going to work in 4 months. In Australia, they pay you only 4.5 months, 18 weeks, which is nothing. You can't leave your child after 4.5 months. The child is too small, in my opinion.
It's the same in France. Like I think we have 3 or 4 months off. And
like, how do you imagine like going? And then in US it's even worse.
If it's 2 weeks for the guy. But they change this year.
No, they are changing it now, yes. But still, it's like then in US it's like 2 weeks or whatever, 6 weeks. I don't even know, very small amount. Like, and I'm like, how? I couldn't even imagine going back to work after 4.5 months with a meal. I'm like, no. So those little things, I think, they are pushing as a women are the same as men in that sector. I don't feel like they are. They need to take care. That is the most vulnerable time for baby and mom. And if you're gonna go back to work as a woman, just because you want to prove something or you don't have enough money, then your child will be lacking love and neediness from mom. Like in US, I think that a lot of problems, a lot of shooters, and a lot of things happening in US is because women have to start working after 6 weeks and children are basically left. And I think that's a biggest issue, because first year of a child's life, women, female or male, need mom. And that's a big issue, like in the whole world. So those kind of things in Australia, I don't think they are fully right. But of course, a lot of other things for women are much better than in Europe.
For sure. It's not a perfect country.
Exactly. But nothing is no country is perfect. You can always find solutions. Australia is still very good to raise a female or male in a way of you want to raise them, but also in a healthy way too. Because I think Australia as well, which is very good, that Australia is exposed to body parts very early in life. Like let's say Latvia is very cold. And you always go out with the big coats. Here, girls and boys, female, male, all on the beach, like with the bikinis. I think that's kind of normal in here. So maybe that is one of the reasons why male are not insanely looking, you know. There are many reasons why Australia is different than Europe. Of course, history. But there are little things in here that are not catching that much attention.
And maybe it's the question of mindset. Maybe Australians are more relaxed and chill than European people. When I arrived here, I was like, it's strange. Nobody is stressed. Nobody is like, everybody is chill and relaxed. And I'm like,
it's a lot to do with the weather, a lot to do with like the lifestyle Australia lives. You can't, in Latvia or in UK, you can't just, drop everything, your lunch break, beach is here, 3 minutes, go have a plunge, you feel much better, sun is out,
Yeah.
It's like if you go to Spain, or Portugal, or any warmer country, people are happier in general.
Yeah.
So I think that darkness and the European heaviness from the history, from the wars, from the old buildings, heavy buildings, from how we live like in a boxes basically with a small apartments, that takes it all. Like when in Australia it's more open, you can just have that space, which is needed for everyone.
And everybody is outside all the time. You go to the beach, you go to hiking.
You can be outside, you can be inside, but everything is like more comfortable. Even if Australia would be much less, maybe not as successful, but like first world country, still people will be happier.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's a big thing. Sun is a big thing.
I think the weather is very important on the humanity.
Oh,
if you live in a country very sunny, you are happy. I'm happy when it's sun. But if it's rainy, cold, I'm like, it's cold. It's
you kind of.
I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do anything. I'm just like on my couch with my blanket, and I'm like.
It's like autumn depression in Latvia, It's a big thing.
Thank you for that. Do you have anything to add?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Do you have a question for me?
Are you planning to come back to Australia after you leave?
I need a visa for that. So maybe I can come back as a tourist.
Or student? No?
I'm not sure.
You don't want to.
No, I am almost 37 and I don't want to go back to school again. And it's always the same problem. I have a student visa, but what after? It's always the same problem.
But then you can travel after, you can live a good lifestyle.
I can travel. That's my plan. Travel in Asia and maybe come back here, because in 2027 we have the Rugby World Cup. So maybe I can come back for that.
Wow. Cool.
I can stay in the area until 2027.
Nice.
We'll see what's happening in the future. Maybe I can...
You never know.
I can meet an Australian guy in Asia.
Yes, in Bali. Go to Bali.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure I'm ready for Australian boyfriend. I'm not sure.
And look for a Southern Cross tattoo.
And I'm not sure I'm ready for Latvia mom.
Why not?
As a mommy.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay, honey. I will treat you well.
Thank you. Well, on this one, yeah.
Good.
Thank you for that, Santa.
Oh no, it's all good. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode until the end. If you have any feedback, you can contact me on Instagram. If you enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe, leave a 5-star rating on your favorite listening platform, or share it with your friends. See you in 2 weeks for a new episode. Bye!